LCCC takes it in 4 against Western Nebraska. Looking at some of the other stats in this one. Let's see, Kate Olson had 28 sets for Laramie County. Chanel Martinez 29, Shea Hardy 16 for Western Nebraska. Kills, Cruz had 11, Zwood had 13, Grady had 8, as did Gabriel for Western Nebraska. Leading all was Demi Stauffenberg, 21 for LCCC. MacArthur had 11, and Fama Zomer ended up with 7 in the match. Again, thanks to Ben Blaka, the broadcaster for NJC, of giving us some of those stats in this one. 7 o'clock tonight, the next start for Western Nebraska, as they'll take on Central Wyoming as the Wyobraska continues. A lot of matches going on yet today. As we said, NJC against Central Wyoming now. Then Iowa Western against Western Wyoming, and then Western Nebraska against Central Wyoming. That'll be around 7 o'clock if everything stays on time. We're a little bit behind for NJC to start now. But if there are a couple of sweeps, who knows, it might be back on time. So around 6:45 for the pregame, barring one of these matches going extra long. Until then, Chuck Swartz wishing you a good evening. Reminding you again, it was LCCC against Western Nebraska, taking it in 4 sets. 25-21, 25-23, then Western Nebraska 25-23, and LCCC 25-21.
Second round of Northeastern Plainswomen volleyball. On this Friday, the Plainswomen getting set to take on the Central Wyoming Rustlers. I'm Ben Blaka. Pregame show on the Eastern Plains Sports Network is brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. They are the home team for your home loan, and they'll help you out because they're local people who are there to serve you. Local people that know you, that will take care of you. They will help you out at Equitable Savings and Loan. Visit equitable-savings.com. Equitable Savings and Loan, member FDIC. The Northeastern Junior College Plainswomen come into this match now 18-2 on the year. The Plainswomen with a good first match today in the win against Western Wyoming added to their service tally. The Plainswomen with 7 aces in that match now have 150 aces through 20 matches this season. And I bring that up because the Central Wyoming Rustlers, who were just 2-10 on the year, playing their first game of the week, they've been aced on nearly 9% of their serves this year. The Northeastern Junior College Plainswomen are poised to be able to have a very, very exceptional match coming into this from the service game if stats hold true. Nerea Alvarez Jorge, 26 assists in the first one, put herself at 710 unofficial assists on the season, and Ani Health recorded herself her 600th kill in a Plainswoman uniform in the first match today, leading the team with 10 kills. Central Wyoming, this is a team that's got some good stuff on it, but a new head coach this year, not a coach we're unfamiliar with on the Eastern Plains of Colorado. Kim Davis graduated from Marino High School. She is an NJC alum. She's in her first season at the helm, and it's not someone that Coach Kenzie Chrisman is unfamiliar with either. Coach Davis coached her when she was up at Chadron State. The two teams will do battle. When we come back, we will take you to our Eastern Plains sports history with championship reflections on that 1993 volleyball team. Kim Hettinger-Morrow will be our guest. That's next. Plainswomen first serve with Central Wyoming coming up about 3:35 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We welcome you back to Cougar Palace in Scotts Bluff as we head toward the start of the Plainsman's second match of the day at the Wyobraska tournament. Only day they're competing here in Scotts Bluff. Used to play both days in this tournament, but only doing one day this year for the Northeastern Junior College Plainsmen as they set to take on the Central Wyoming Wrestlers. Let's talk about our key to the contest. It's brought to you by Stubbs Gas and Oil, your one-stop shop when you're traveling I-76. Get off at exit 66A and head on over to Stubbs Gas and Oil. Gas, food, all your auto accessories, everything you need when you are traveling. For this Plainsman team taking on Central Wyoming, this is the last non-conference game the Plainsmen will have, or non-sub-region game they will have. Remember, North Platte is technically part of the South, but plays Division II in volleyball, so it is not one that will count toward the standings. And for the Plainsmen, this is your last chance to be able to kind of leave your indelible mark across that north side. The Plainsmen are now 4-0 against Region 9 North teams this season. We talked about that 3-0 that they had earlier with the win against Western Wyoming. The Plainsmen have now won 4, and for Central Wyoming, this is a team that the Plainsmen have quite a bit of history with. Over the last 3 seasons, these two teams have played 7 times. And in those 7 matches, the Plainsmen have won 4, Central Wyoming has won 3. There have been 1,207 points. NJC has won 605, Central Wyoming has won 602. Now, in the past 3 years, you've never had a matchup where one team was 18-2 and the other was 2-10. Which is where we sit right now with the Plainsmen, 6th-ranked team in the nation in Central Wyoming, under the direction of a new head coach in Kim Davis, have struggled to get their footing this year. So you know what this is. I've talked to every one of these players, and fun fact about Ben, his favorite color is orange, and Central Wyoming's primary color is orange. So a lot of the players give me grief for my favorite color being orange, because that has been the color of their chief rival the last 3 years. But that really just shows you the mentality of this team, that, you know, when they see orange, they think Central Wyoming, they think of all the tight battles we've had the last several years. And, you know, the program, it's a different story now, an NJC alum at the helm of the CWC program. But I don't think that's gonna cause the Plainsmen to not come out with that same mindset, that same moxie. I talked about it last weekend, you know, with Indian Hills, with Iowa Western, those kind of matches, that was the last chance to really be able to make a mark on, you know, this is what we do against non-region teams. This is your last chance that you're not going to play Region 9 South foes. You're not going to, the rest of the way is WNCC, Makoko, Otero, Trinidad, Lamar. That's the rest of the way for this team. So this is the Plainsmen's last chance to kind of say, this is who we are, to that Region 9 North, which is the ultimate step of taking that. And I think the service game is where this one's going to be set. I noted it at the beginning. I'll note it again. 150 aces for the Plainsmen through 20 matches. And the Rustlers have been aced on 9% of serves this year. That's going to be our key to the contest. So we get set to meet our starting lineups. We'll do that in-house. We'll come back and do it for you on air as well next. It's Plainsmen Volleyball against Central Wyoming. This is the Eastern Plains Sports Network. And we'll welcome you back to Cougar Palace in Scottsbluff as we set to meet our starting lineups. They're brought to you on the Eastern Plains Sports Network by the Tipsy Cow, open Tuesday through Saturday in Marino. They cater events and have a delicious food truck. The Tipsy Cow is ready to serve you. For the Central Wyoming Rustlers, they will start Tiana Mo'u, Ryan Vale, Courtney Green, Brinley Hardy, Megan Hardman, Emily DePue, and the libero in Rana Yamada. For the Plainswomen, it'll be the same 7: Naran Alvarez, Jorge Gabiu, Anna Ruderani Health, Katie Habacost, Divine Faith Faleo, and the libero in Whitney Chintala. Our first set is brought to you by Sydney Regional Medical Center in Sydney, Nebraska. Learn more online at sydneyrmc.com. Don't let an injury keep you out of the game. Plainswomen will be in the white uniforms with the black letters and numbers. The Rustlers in the grays with the orange letters and numbers. We have not seen for the Northeastern Plainswomen this season a player that dons the long pants, something that became acceptable in the world of volleyball, I believe 2 years ago. For the first time this year, it'll be Anna Reuter that is donning the long pants in this one. I do know that Anna has been dealing with a quad injury, so I wonder if that maybe doesn't have something to do with it. She's had it wrapped and pretty visibly wrapped the last couple matches for the Northeastern Plainswomen, so that could be a possibility here as well. Wrestlers have players that don the long pants, but not on the floor to start this one. Plainswomen looking to finish up non-conference play 19-2. I talked about it last week, and we'll talk about it more in the coming days. I really felt for the Plainswomen that if they could get 15 wins in non-conference play, that was going to be a phenomenal non-conference slate considering the schedule that they put together, the teams they had to play, all of that kind of thing. 15 wins was best case scenario. I was thinking 15-6 after this match. All right, good spot for this Plainswomen team. They have a chance to be 19-2. Nerea Alvarez Jorge will have the serve to start it off. Nerea whips it down the middle, handed up far side by Brinley Hardy for Central Wyoming. Swing will top over the top of the block of the net by Mohu. Back set, far side. Faleo rips it deep. Set back onto the Plainswomen side. Nerea will set it to the near pin for Habacost. Caught hands, handed up back row for Central Wyoming. And the far side roll by Mohu once again. Run up high by Chintala. Set for Ooze, tipped short. Palmed up on the front row. Backside swing off the block at the net goes Courtney Green. Out of system. Plainswomen scramble. Set for Faleo, and Faleo too wide and out. Play that ball on the setter, get the Plainswomen out of system. That has to be all teams' goals, regardless of what your record is, to try and get that ball on the setter, knowing that Nerea is the second best setter in the nation. Central Wyoming will take the serve with Megan Hardman. Hardman will line it far side on Chintala. Jorge will set for Habacost off the block, off the pin, and the kill for the Northeastern Plainswomen. So Katie Habacost with the first Plainswomen kill in the match will give herself the serve as they must align the antenna. Habacost's serve will be lined down the middle. Far pin set. Catching block at the net. No, did not. Too big and out goes Mo'u. One little intricate step for the Central Wyoming team, and now they're going to go ahead and say, yes, it did catch the block at the net, that Mo'u did get the kill. When Mo'u doubles, kills and digs, this team has got both their wins this season. Chintala fields the serve from Mo'u. Off the block at the net goes Ani Health, and the kill. Square it 2 in set number 1, Northeastern. It's a serve to Whitney Chintala, who was at the line when the Plainswomen ran off a big one against Casper earlier this week. Serve line down the middle. Far side set, left tip over the top of the block by Courtney Green. Back set Faleo into the block, covered up by Nerea. Scramble bump set near side. Witt will come for Ani. Down the line goes Health, too big and out. Second match of the day, you're definitely gonna have some leg weariness. Plainsmen have done this many a time this season. 3-2 Central Wyoming. Serve down the middle, fielded by Health, set for Reuter, who hangs, pops, and draws the block. No, got into the net herself. That's a Plainsman hitting error. 4-2 Central Wyoming lead. Knuckler down the middle, fielded by Wiersma. Set for Faleo. Far side tip into the block. She covers herself up. Nerea near side for Health. Off the block and the kill. The speed with which the Northeastern Plainsmen go pin to pin is one of the reasons why this team is 6th ranked in the nation. If you put a stopwatch on that ball that Nerea hit right pin and the ball that Health hit left pin, I bet there wasn't 3 seconds between them. 4-3 Plainsman trail. Serve knuckled down the middle, popped up quickly. Back set, big cross. Far side from Hardy, dug up by the Plainsman and by Nuzzo. Chip over the net by Health. Bumps that far side into the block at the net. Goes the first swing. Back row swing for Mo'u. Handed up by Wiersma, back row. Jorge sets near side. Health down the line. Ball chased but not kept in play. Ani Health her third of the match. Ties it at 4 in set number 1. Francesca Nuzzo. Dying Quail over the top. Green dumps that over the net. Run up quickly. Chintala got the dig. Health the push down the line. Far side Green. She'll cross it safe. High by Chintala. Short set to Reuter. Swung and missed. Ball ping-pongs around and Karam's over and out. Anna Reuter swung and missed but got enough of a finger on it to get that ball through. The Plainsmen on a 3-0 run will continue with the serve for Francesca Nuzzo. Nuzzo grips and rips into the net. Plainsmen limited the errors in the first set earlier today against Western Wyoming to the tune of a dominant 25-8 victory. Saw him creep up in the second and third sets, even though they won in a sweep. Olivia Davies on to serve for Central Wyoming, fielded by Nuzzo. Set Reuter off the block and the kill. Anna Reuter's second of the match. Getting the middles involved early is going to be key for this Plainsman team throughout the rest of the season. On paper, they should be the favorite in every match that they play the rest of the way. And so you want to try and get those middles rolling a little bit more, considering that's something this team has an abundance of, is successful middles. Nice chase down after a miss receive. Courtney Green will get the swing off the block for Central Wyoming. Square us at 6 and hand the serve to herself. Serve will be whipped down the middle, up by Nuzzo, back row, set for Havakos, rolls it into the block, picks up her first kill of that front row rotation. She had the kill to start things off for the Northeastern Plainswomen, as Anna Reuter will take the serve. Reuter tumbles the serve down the middle, quick set, swing through, wide, and out from Ryan Vale, the freshman from Utah. Net was bouncing like a trampoline. Reuter powers it down the middle. Far side set into the block. Oos and Nerea couldn't quite turn back within the Navy lines. The swing of Mo'u, her second kill of the match. Short serve fielded by Ani Health. Back row slide to the far pin. Oos into the block, covered up by Nerea. Health bumps that near side. Habakosh crosses it deep onto the central side. Back row swing will be piped over by Courtney Green. Run up by Nuzo. Near side Habakosh. She'll swat it deep. Again, Green pops it up. Turn dumps that over on the front side by Hardman. Back to the near side. Habakosh looking for hands. Didn't find them. Too big and out. 8-8 in set number one. Scoreboard brought to you by Kuntz Pump and Well Supply. Don't wait until the last minute to get your water and well taken care of. 970-522-2035. Service 2 long and out for Ryan Vale. Service air for Central Wyoming. One full rotation through. Plains going to have a 9-8 lead. Largely side out volleyball right now. Couple early runs for both teams. It's Jorge. Tumbles it down the middle. Courtney Green can't play it cleanly, and Nerea will pick up the ace for NJC. Plainswoman. Nerea powers it down the middle, handed up by Davies. Back row, set far side, off the block of the net, and down. Plainswoman couldn't get the griddle to be popped up. That'll be Mo'u's third of the match. Plainswoman lead 10-9. Serve to Megan Hardman. Hardman. Too big and out. Great let go by Habakost. It was shoulder high on the 6+ footer. As she stood about 4 feet from the back line. Isaac Newton's discovery wasn't going to help that. Habakost served down the middle, popped up back row. Mo'u far side, push through in short. Ball set up by Nerea, backed up a layout down the line and found the kill. Devine's first kill of the match. Katie Habakost with the serve. NJC up 12-9. Habakost whips the serve down the middle. Hardman will set far side. Mo'u popped up by Nerea. Bumps that near side. Help with the swing. Down the line and in for the kill. Ani Hell's fourth of the match. Plainswoman scramble with Chintala bump setting there, and a timeout taken by the CWC Rustlers. Timeout is brought to you by Kuski's Fuel Service. Get ready for the cooler months that are coming up and set up your propane schedule today. They'll deliver it for you. All you have to do is stop in on Main Street in Crook or call 970-886-2121. Well, we'll be on the road with Plainswoman Volleyball again on Tuesday. I believe that is a 6 o'clock start as the Plainswoman head to Lamar, opening up Region 9 South play against the Lopes. We weren't going to do too terribly many road trips. I was just going to do the early season one to North Platte and then a couple up here to Scotts Bluff, but opportunity arose to be able to go to Lamar, and we're going to enjoy that because this group has been quite a bit of fun to cover thus far. That'll give us the opportunity for Northeastern Plainswoman Volleyball of the 11 matches that will remain out of today, or after today. We'll cover 9 of the final 11 for Plainswoman Volleyball, having already picked up a good chunk of what they've done early on in the season too. 13-9, Plainswoman out of the timeout. They lead the CWC Rustlers in set number one. Katie Habakost with the serve, barely clears the net court. Ball can't be played cleanly. Free ball spun over. Habakost up, backside chase down by Faleo. From the 10-foot line, Help off the block at the net, and the kill. That's back-to-back plays that Ani Health has collected the kill with not the setter setting the ball. 14-9 NJC. Habakost rips the serve far side. Scramble. Mo'u will roll it over in short. Nerea will set. Come to the near side for Ani Health. Huge aggressive swing for Ani Health. She picks up another. That's 6 in this opening set for the Plainswomen. 15-9, Havacost. Barely clears the net court again on Mo'u. Mo'u, far side, turned back by Usin Faleau. Down the middle, free ball be bumped over. Popped up, set for Gabby Oos. Oos with the swipe. It will drop and in for her first of the match. (16-9) serve, misplayed back row. That's going to be an ace for Katie Havacost. Plainswomen have picked up a pair of aces. That's now 152 on the year, and Coach Davis is going to take a timeout for the CWC Rustlers. Well, I mentioned you're heading into sub-region plays starting next week here inside Region 9. I projected out looking at what the standings have right now coming into play yesterday. So this does not include any matches played so far in the Wyobraska or any other tournaments. NJC was 17-2. McCook was 11-7. And WNCC 6-8. I believe they're 7-9 now, having gone 1-1. Otero is 6-11. Trinidad 6-9. Lamar's 7-10. That's all in the South. Top four make it into the Region 9 tournament. Up north, Laramie County Community College. They've won a pair of matches this weekend, so they're now 14-3. Behind them, Western Wyoming is 10-6. I think they play coming up next. Casper 9-9 coming into the weekend. Northwest 6-12. EWC 4-10. Gillette 5-7. Central Wyoming 2-10. It's going to be a battle for that fourth and final spot up north. You got to believe that Casper, L-Trip, and Western Wyoming will be three of the four that come out of the north to the Region 9 tournament. 17-9 NJC out of Central Wyoming's second time out. Havacost continues with the serve, and she's too wide and out, so the run comes to a close on a service error. Another little 6-0 run for the Northeastern Plainswomen that they just nonchalantly pop off. Tiana Mo'u will have the serve for the CWC Rustlers. Far side fielded by Wiersma. Set will come to the near side. Ani Health. She'll turn and pop it over. All punched back off the pop over. High up down the middle, and Emily DePue will come away with the kill. (17-11). Mo'u's serve fielded by Wiersma. Bump set to the near side. Ani Health with the swing. She'll crush it. It drops in for the kill. Health with 7 in this opening set. Hands the serve to Whitney Chintala. Chintala fires serve down the middle. Run down for CWC. Far side swing. Did they catch block? Yeah, they did. Tool kill for Courtney Green. Her second of the match. 18-12. Plainswomen with the lead in set one. Health near side. She'll roll it off the block of the net. Diving up. Back. Far side. Did they catch block? Yeah, they did. Once again, another swing. That'll be Mo'u out of the back row and her fourth. Serve fielded by Health. Scramble, scramble, bump free over. Too wide and out from Faleau. And the Plainswomen with some receive issues have seen their once 7-point lead dwindle down to 4. 18-14 in set number one. Short serve will be quickly handed up. Set for Reuter into the double. She goes. Anna Reuter with her third kill of the match. Francesca Nuzzo serves for Northeastern for a second time in this first set. Nuzzo Topples it far side on Courtney Green. Down the middle, the attack from Bale. Dug up by Wiersma into the net. Ball handed up off the net. Back to Health near side. Big crutch, big kill. That's 8 in the set for Ani Health. 2014 Plainsman. Nuzo pounds it down the middle. Run up back row by Mo'u. Set far side. Elbow dug by Wiersma onto the CWC side. Whipped back over by Kayla Small. And then a 2-hit violation or 2-touch violation. As Reuter was the one that got on the ball and tried to swipe it back over, then out of the net. Dug it up. 2015 Plainsman. Serve from Davies. Handed up by Nuzo, back row, near side Health, big swing, off the block, another kill. 9 kills in the opening set for Ani Health. Gives herself the serve at 21-15. Serve ripped by Health. Nestled it on the far line for the ace. So she has 9 kills, now adds an ace to the bunch. Probably 3 digs in this first set for the German sophomore. 22-15. Health follows the ace with an error. 3 aces, 3 service errors for NJC. Courtney Green, the sophomore from Utah, will serve it on Health. Run up high, Nerea near side, Havikos caught hands and it tumbled to the floor. Havikos third. Anna Reuter will take the serve for the Plainswomen. She'll fire it down the middle. Quick set to the far side. Mo'u down the line. 2 wide and out. The hitting error for Central Wyoming gives the Plainswomen 8 set points to take the first one. 24-16. It's just second hitting error of the match for Central Wyoming. They're playing pretty clean right now. Serve knuckles over the top of the tape at the net. Far side, Mo'u runs it over, high up by Health. Short set down the middle, Oos into the block, covered up by Nerea. Health bumps that near side, Havikos down the line, controlled by Davies. Chased down in a backside swing from Green, played by Nuzo, who will get the backside swing, too big and out. Nuzo, who came to NJC as an outside, tore ACL early in the preseason last year. Is playing that DS role this year, so capable of that back row swing. 24-17, still set point for the Plainswomen. Nuzo controls it up. Slide, far pin. Oos, corner near side, finds the floor and the kill. 25-17, the first set goes the way of the Northeastern Plainswomen. They lead Central Wyoming 1-0. You're listening to Plainswomen Volleyball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. And we'll welcome you back to Cougar Palace as we head to set number 2, 25-17. The set number 1 victory for the Northeastern Plainsmen. The second set on the Eastern Plains Sports Network is brought to you by Ice Lanes. Have fun without breaking the bank at Ice Lanes. Walk in and bowl. Call ahead and reserve a lane 970-522-3331. 9 kills in the opening set for Ani Health. Pretty impressive opening set for the Northeastern Plainsmen. Second set, the Plainsmen will go left to right. They'll be on receive to begin set number 2. Olivia Davies will be in to start set number 2 because they are on serve for the Central Wyoming Rustlers. Davies, the 5'4" freshman from Utah. Will whip the serve far side, fielded by Havacost, who's bumps that far pin. The set drew her too close to the net. So the Plainsmen, like in set number 1, give away the first point of the set on a miscue. Serve fielded back row by Chintala. Nerea sets Havacost off the block, turned back onto the Plainsmen's side. Ryan Vale with the block, first block of the match. If you were to tell me it wouldn't have happened in set 1, I would have laughed at you, because both these teams can block exceptionally well for NJC and relatively well for Central Wyoming. And the following serve is wide and out for Olivia Davies. So a 2-1 advantage. Serve will power near side, popped up. Roll shot over the top from Courtney Green. Nerea sets, Oos, near side, too wide, and out. We saw this happen late in set 2 of the match for the Northeastern Plainsmen against Western Wyoming earlier today. Hitting errors popped up on them, but it's early here in this second set. Health fields it. Nerea trying to get there and set it. It overpassed right into the zone of Ryan Vale, who rocks it down, and a 4-1 Central Wyoming advantage. Green whipping it too big and out. You can't be upset if you're Central Wyoming with what you put together on your side in set 1. 8 kills, 2 hitting errors. Had trouble staying in the system offensively, got the benefit of a couple overpass kills, but by and large, pretty good 2-hit violation on the set from Hardman. And all told, there were just 4 points given away by Central Wyoming. Serve will whip down the middle, popped up back row, short set, into the block at the net. Help and Reuter turning back. The swing of Ryan Vale. First time the Plainsmen have forced a hitting error today via their block. Serve will be fielded back row. Scramble, near side, Mo'u over the top, and Mo'u will find the floor. She has 5 kills for Central Wyoming. The thing that has really hamstrung them is she's the only one with a consistent swing. Not just the hitting errors, but just consistently going where you want it. Wiersma fields the serve, set for help. She'll push it off the block, diving up near the 10-foot line. Roll shot played back over, handed up by Chintala back row. Jorge will back set. Faleo down the line, nestles it in the near corner for the kill. Faleo's first of the set, second of the match. She'll take a seat. Nuzo will come on for her. 5-5 set 2. Plainsmen lead 1-0. Nuzo Whips it down the middle on Davies. Bumps at Mo'u. Crosses through and down for the kill. Anna Mo'u is one that, when you look at stats, I was excited to see her play, and individually she has impressed. Just a 5'9" outside. Same size as Ani Health for all intents and purposes. Serve deep, fielded by the Plainswoman. The rail swatted over on the second touch. Scramble near side. Mo'u plays an angle. Controlled up high, back row by Wiersma. Running bump to the far side and Health. She'll arc it over the top of the block. Yamato will pop it free, and the dump over too wide and out by Brinley Hardy onto the Plainswoman's side. That'll hand the serve to Ani Health. Picked up an ace, but also a service error in the first set. Health. Floater. Dead center. Mo'u 10-foot line. Spun it deep. Controlled up. Chintala bumps that far side. Havikast. Swung for high hands. Floated it near side. Green out of the back row. She'll whip it. Too big and out. Six NJC in this second set. Health. Down the middle, Mo'u will end up with a slow arcer over. Wasn't anticipating the set to come to her. And it did, and she was able to play an angle that Ani Health couldn't get to. 7 kills for Mo'u. She'll take the serve. Hammering it back on Health. Back set, Reuter, tip, line, near side, covered up by Yamada. Far side into the block at the net. Nuzo will keep it up. Run down by Chintala out of the back row. Health will rip it deep. Yamada keeps it in play. Near side swing off the hands of the net goes Green. Correa will set far side. Havikast, big swing and the kill. Katie Havikast with her 4th of the match. You just don't defensively have time to recover against a team like Northeastern with the speed they're running. This is a whole other level of speed this team is running this year. Reuter up 8-7 will whip the serve deep for the Plainswomen. Near side Green over the top of the block. Nice dive out by Health. Set for Oos off the block. Oos, yeah, and the kill. Gabby Oos's 3rd of the match. 9-7 Northeastern with the advantage. Reuter continues with the serve. Reuter. Fielded back row, one-handed set. Green off the block, can't be controlled by Reuter, and Green will get the kill. Emily DePue will take the serve for the Rustlers. She'll line it into the net. First 6 rotated through for the Plainswomen, so back to where they began with Nerea Alvarez Jorge on the serve. Nerea topples it down the middle on Mo'u. Scramble near side. Green down the line. Handed up, kept up off the floor by Havikast. The 3rd won't go over. So Courtney Green collects the point for the Rustlers. Back to serve goes Olivia Davies. Davies whips it wide. They're going to say it was in, though. The line judge, who are players in this tournament, had signaled out, overruled by the officials. 10-10, serve fielded back row by Health. Back set, Palau whips it off the block, handed up by Davies. Short down the middle, turn back on the swing is Vale. Bump set to the near side, and Green. She'll go over the block this time. Run up high, back row, Health. Set far side, Havikos chips the block, diving up far side by Davies. Near side, Green swung for hands. Did not get the touch right in front of the up officials, so that'll be a hitting error on Central Wyoming and give NJC the 11-10 advantage, and the serve into the hands of Katie Havikos. Havikos, near side, powers it. Yamada keeps it in play, scramble to keep it up. Green crossover, block in the net for the Plainswomen. Block has only been really prevalent one set today for NJC, the first against Western Wyoming. Courtney Green at 11 all. Down the middle, up by Chintala. Run down by Nerea, far side Health. Set sailed on her, and she tops it into the red and white striped antenna on the far side of that net. Central Wyoming with the 12-11 advantage. Serve will knuckle down the middle, popped up back row. Chintala set for Health. No antenna this time, all hands. Kill number 10 for Ani in the match. Chintala at 12 all. Serve whip down the middle. Overpass right to Ani Health. She obliterates it back to the floor. You cannot overpass to a front line the caliber of this Plainswoman front line. 6'4", Divine Faleo, 6'2", Anna Reuter, and 5'10", Ani Health that's got some hops. 13-12. Rustlers near side, Mo'u with a little spring roll. High up, scramble, bumps that far side Health. Too wide and out. She got bump set to the far pen, and where we sit courtside here at Scotts Bluff, I could have made diamonds. I got so tight when that ball popped up right there. Sure, will be popped down the middle, fielded by Wiersma, backs at Faleo down the line and in for the kill. Divine's third of the match. Divine had a nice first match today. 6 kills, 3 blocks against Central Wyoming. Or Western Wyoming. This is Central that's on the floor now. 14-13. She'll take a seat for Francesca Nuzzo to serve. Nuzzo down the near line. Up by Davies. Bump set for Mo'u. Mo'u will spin it deep. She caught the block and she got the back line anyway. So either way, ball goes in. Mo'u with kill number 8. Hardman sets to serve for Central Wyoming. Pete's Farmers Co-op, a farmer-owned co-op in Pete since 1915. Proud to support our broadcast. Call 970-334-2204. Serve into the net by Megan Hardman. Central Wyoming struggling with the service errors today. 6 in this first match. Have total percentage as Ani Health serves for the Plainsman women. She's too long and out. (15-15) set 2 NJC up 1 set to none. Tana Mo'u with the serve for the Rustlers. Popped up by Nuzzo. Set for Havikos. Off block. Controlled near side. Roll shot back by Green deep. Jump up backside Nuzzo. Far side Havikos into the net. 16-15 Central Wyoming. Plainsmen just feel like they're stuck on cruise control right now. Serve. Controlled by Health. Back set. Reuter into the block at the net. And Anna Reuter will get her 4th kill of the match. When you get stuck on cruise control, you have to shake things up. I don't know if that was a call from the bench or a call from Nerea to slide Anna Reuter to that wrap or the right pin. She didn't actually wrap. She was taking that first swing as a right, but spurned something there as Reuter will fire the serve deep on Mo'u. Back set far side. Nuzo will field the attack off the back row. Havikas turned back at the net. DePoo and Brinley Hardy sharing that one. Four hitting errors in the first set for the Plainswomen. 5 already here in the second, trailing 17-16. And DePoo, who served for herself the first time. Angelau, the freshman, will come on to serve for her. Eliana. Fielded by Nuzo. Slide to the pin, and Ooze diving up. Angelau got to that one off the near side. Green tools the block, gets the kill. So Green gets the tool kill. She has 5 in the match. 18-16 Central Wyoming. Angelau's serve, too big and out. Ray Alvarez Jorge. The serve, and the Plainswomen, this is their biggest front line. Havikas, Boos, and Falao, all 6 foot or bigger, 6'1" or bigger. Ball whipped down the middle. Bump set to the far side. Green over the top of the block. Havikas controlled by Chintala. Backs up Falao into the block. Covered up by Help. Falao second touch over. Run up high back row. Slide to the far pin. Down the line. Help with the up again on the swing from Hardy. Far pin. Havikas off the block. Got the kill. Havikas 5th of the match. Plainswomen just kept trucking right along. Control stayed in their system and ultimately got the point, 18 all. Serve will fire down the near side, fielded by the wrap back. Green will be set on the near pin. Green over the top of the block, chased up high back row by Health, set to the far side. Havikas, she caught hands, the dig went awry, and Havikas picks up another kill for the Northeastern Plainswomen. Definitely tipping the cap to her fellow outside and Ani Health as Central Wyoming will take a timeout. Brought to you by Rudy's Tires, 8 locations across Northeast Colorado and Nebraska. Means there's always a Rudy's Tires close by. They can come and visit you as well. Call visit rudystires.com for more information. Ani Health, I talked about it with Mo for the Central Wyoming wrestlers. When she doubles, Central Wyoming has got both their wins so far this season. 10 or more kills, 10 or more digs would be that double-double, most common for the all 6 outside. Ani Health is in the neighborhood of that today. She's done a great job of getting to the ball. 11 kills, 9 of which came in the first set, but she's had a lot of digs, a lot of controls in the midst of rallies here in this second set, and have just given the Plainswomen a little bit of the moxie they've needed to now battle their way back on a little 3-0 run out of the timeout for the Central Wyoming wrestlers. Ray Alvarez Jorge will continue with the serve for the Northeastern Plainswomen. Nerea, flat serve near side, played on Green. Back set down the middle. Vale with the swing, far side set. Havikas chips it off the block. Yamada forced to scramble. Near side Green, cross controlled nicely by Chintala. Backslide Falao off the block at the net. Swing and miss on a touch, and that will get over in 3. Nerea quickly sets far side. Havikas whipped down the middle, popped up by Mo'u. Free ball be spun back over by Green, diving up by Health. Nerea sets far side. Havikas line, dig off the rafters, and it'll come back down for the kill. What an incredible rally between the two sides. 2018 4-0 run for the Northeastern Plainswomen. Nerea Alvarez Jorge will continue with the serve. She lost the towel that she wears on her left hip in the midst of that rally. Attempt to keep her hands dry, and she will serve once again. Dying Quail down the middle, up by Mo'u. Set near side Green. Turned back by Falao. Solo on the line, and Faleo denies the swing. Another timeout for Central Wyoming as the Plainswomen run is now out to 5-0. They have a 21-18 advantage. Finally getting their block spurned here in this second set. Northeastern Junior College has many reasons for you to come to Sterling and get your educational needs taken care of. Great community surrounding the campus at NJC, as well as several paths of study, including a new program you're going to hear about on upcoming ads, and I think you can read about right now on njc.edu. They've got a brand new CDL program. You can get your Class A CDL license at Northeastern. So make sure to check that out, njc.edu. Plainswomen on a 5-0 run, up 21-18. In set number 2, took the first 25-17. You knew that this Central Wyoming team, even though the line reads 2-10, they played one of the toughest schedules in the nation. You know that this was not a 2-10 team that was going to be taking the court today here in Scotts Bluff. Nerea will continue with the serve out of the timeout. She'll fire it down the middle on Mo'u. Yamada will bump set to Green, near side into the block, handed up off the block, chipped over short, controlled by Faleo. Jorge sets, far side, Havacost, caught hands, got the kill. Katie Havacost with her 5th kill of the set, 8th of the match, 22-18. Kayla Small in for Central Wyoming, replacing Olivia Davies. Nerea whips the serve down the middle. Set near side, Green tooled the block, got the kill. Loosened Faleo there, but couldn't turn it back. Courtney Green, 6th of the match. Hardman doing her best to be able to keep the team in system. 10 assists in the match, only had 4 assists in set number 1 by my unofficial tally. Short serve at 22-19, Plainswomen fielded by Helf, set far side, Havacost turned back at the net. Hardman and Vale there to deny her. (22-20) Davies. Serve into the net, makes it 23-20. Plainswomen lead by 3. Central Wyoming has committed 6 service errors in this set. Do what you will with that statistic. Katie Havacost powers the serve near side on Mo'u. Bump set Yamada, Green roll shot over. Chased up high by Chintala. Nerea will bump set far side Helf. Helf didn't get a great jump and shanked her swing. 9 kills in the first set, just 2 in the second, and is actually at negative in this set. 23-21. Courtney Green rips the serve down the middle. 2 big and out for CWC, their 7th service error of the set. We give the Plainswomen a trio of set points to go up 2-0. Whitney Chintala knuckles the serve down the middle. Back row swing for Green. Didn't catch hands. 2 big and out, and that's that. 25-21, the Plainswomen take set number 2 over Central Wyoming. They lead 2-0 at the Wyobraska tournament. This is Plainswomen Volleyball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We welcome you back to Cougar Palace in Scotts Bluff as we head to set number 3. The Northeastern Plainsmen have a 2-0 lead on the Central Wyoming Rustlers. Third set brought to you on the Eastern Plains Sports Network by Premier Farm Credit. For over 100 years, they've been providing affordable, reliable, and consistent credit to our local agricultural community. Visit premieraca.com for more information. More hitting errors for the Plainsmen in that second set than you would have liked. Plainsmen had 8 hitting errors and collected 12 kills. That overall hitting percentage wasn't particularly great. In Central Wyoming, they collected way more kills in set 2. Their problem, in a set they lost by 4, they committed 7 service errors. Yeah, that's the whole reason that you lose is that, I mean, you cut that in half, and it's a potential extras situation for the Central Wyoming Rustlers. So you know that you're close if you're the Rustlers. Kim Davis, who's in her first season at the helm of the program, played at NJC originally from Merino. She's definitely got a good understanding, and I'm excited to see what she can do with the program. They've been a team that's been at the national tournament the last few years, nationally ranked, that kind of thing. Playing arguably one of the toughest schedules in the nation. I think they've seen Florida Southwestern, they've seen Miami-Dade, I think. I mean, they've seen several of the top 5, add another here in the mix with NJC, who's at number 6 right now. Plainsmen will have the serve as we head to the third set. Hammered down the middle by Nerea Alvarez Jorge. Far side wipe by Mo'u. Handed up. Scramble for the Plainsmen. Near side Havacost. Hops hands at the net. Dig goes awry. Havacost gets the kill. Havacost with kill number 9 in the match. Plainsmen win the first point of the set for the first time this afternoon. Nerea brushes the serve down the middle. Bump set to the far side. Roll shot by Mo'u. Controlled up by Chintala. Set for Oos. Big whip far side up by Yamada. Far pin set. Hammer on the cross from Mo'u. Fielded by Health. Near side Havacost off the block. Chased down off that block. Hard middle bump set for a back row swing from Green. Controlled by Health again. Back set far side. Into the block at the net. No, into the net. No, into the block at the net. It was signaled Central Wyoming point by the up official, but it did clear the net. R2 corrected that as it was right in front of her, and Devine with her 4th kill of the match. Makes it 2-0 NJC in the third. Nerea barely clears the net cord. Dig goes awry. That's an ace. Nerea's 2nd of the match. Team's first since the first set, and a 3-0 run to start set number 3 for NJC. Nerea, knuckler down the middle. Yamato bump set. Nicely played far side to get a swing from Mo'u. Near side set for Havacost. She'll poke it over, try and find a campfire. Sliding up back row. Far side Mo'u denied back. Faleo and Oos up there to turn it back. Devine's 2nd of the match. First for Oos by my unofficial tally. 4-0 start to this third set. Nerea barely clears the net court. Ball dug up back row, set to the far side. Faleo and Oos with the block on the swing of Mo'u once again. Down the middle, wipe over. Chicken wing up by Nerea. Near side Havacost. She'll roll it, hot hands, and got the kill. Another scramble for the Plainsmen that goes their way. Havacost with 10 kills in the match. And a 5-0 run will lead to a timeout for Central Wyoming. Remember, all of our games will be archived on our social media. It'll be Monday before I get to it, as I've got high school football tomorrow with Wiggins and Platte Valley at 1 o'clock. But we'll have that on our social media at KPMX Sports on Facebook and Twitter. And you can, of course, check that out with Our coverage thanks to Better Electric. All your electrical work, residential, commercial, agricultural, 970-521-1030. By my unofficial tally, and we'll wait to officially acknowledge it on social media, but I can acknowledge it on air. Gabby Oos is 1 block away from tying Christina Pettigrew for 10th all-time in Plainswoman history for blocks. That one she picked up earlier. She's at 2:03. Pettigrew's at 2:04. Program record's 3:48. Ashley Murphy set that one, so still a long ways away from that. Those were 2 impressive years that Ashley put together, no doubt. Nerea with the serve up 5-0 out of the Central Wyoming timeout. Mo'u far side, tip over the top of the block, run up by Nerea. Bump set to the far pin. Faleo crosses it, finds the floor and the kill. Already the 3rd assist of the set for Whitney Chintala. Plainswomen have not been able to stay in their system with Nerea Alvarez Jorge on serve, but are still on a 6-0 run to start. Nerea topples it down the middle. Bump set to the far pin. Mo'u blocked back at the net again by Oos and Faleo. Set to the far side. Oos with the turn back on that, but it goes too wide and out. So Mo'u will pick up her 9th kill of the match. 6-1 NJC with the advantage. And the serve into the hands of Megan Hardman. Hardman down the middle, picks up the ace, 6-2. It's the 2nd time the Plainswomen have been aced in the match. Hardman powers it down the middle on Health. Nerea sets, Oos swing, Oos, yeah! Gabby's 4th of the match. Quick down the middle, and she's able to put it to the floor. Really started to find her confidence offensively. We talked with her Tuesday night. Shoulders feeling better. You're not in physical pain. That puts you in a good headspace, and things are in a much better place for her offensively. Back row swing at the net. Oos turns back. Green on the triple. Far side over the top of the block. Mo'u goes. She has 10 kills in the match. Mo'u has 10. The rest of Central Wyoming's roster has 9. Taeyeon has been the best, and she's now on the back line. NJC up 7-3. Serve controlled by Chintala. Set for Faleo, far side. Faleo mistimed her approach and banged the net, not the block. That'll be a 4-hit violation. Volleyball's such a fast sport. You have to get everything right, but you're not going to get everything right, so you have to put it behind you. Health struggling on control. Bump set for Health off that miscontrol, and the ball be played for the rally extender far side. I don't know if Oos and Faleo got that one or if that was into the net from Green. Oos will head to the bench. She was there, but I don't think it cleared the net. 8-4 Plainswomen. Chintala clips tape as she flies one down the middle. Far side set. Green down the line. Controlled up by Wiersma. Set for Health. Near side. Big swing in the kill. Ani Health with a dozen in the match. 9 of which came in the first set. Chintala set to serve, but the ball shaggers couldn't control the ball and went caroming toward the floor, so we'll replay it. Chintala down the middle, popped up, set to the far pin, into the block up Faleo at the net goes Green. Green will put it again over Reuter and Faleo. Controlled up by Nerea. Whitney near side, bumps at Ani. Tried to cut to the far line, and she went too wide and out. Plainswomen lead 9-5 and 2 sets to none. Yamada, runner down the middle, popped up by Health, backs up far side for layout. She'll swipe it short, hand it up on the front row. Far side, Green push off the block, ball controlled up at the net. The overpass on the second touch went into the radar zone of Vale, and there was not a lot the Plainsmen could do but fling appendages in the area code of the ball and hope you kept it in play. They didn't. 9-6. Power down the middle. Nice receive by Health. Backs up for layout. Quick to the far pin. Crossed up on Mo'u. Near side for Green. No, not Green. Hardy is turned back by Health and Reuter. Second time those two have teamed up for a block. Francesca Nuzzo on to serve with the Plainsmen up 10-6. Nuzzo. Far line fielded by Green, who's set from the 10-foot line far side. There to turn it back, Nerea and Anna. Didn't get a good receive. Green swinging from behind the 10-foot line. 11-7 NJC. Francesca, floater, handled up quickly, set to the far side, and a bump free spun over from Hobson. Near side Help, wipes it down the line. Played it on the setter, and Hardman can't be chased down cleanly. That'll be a 13th kill in the match for Ani Health. Plainsmen have doubled up the Rustlers, 12-6. Nuzzo whips it down dead center on Mo'u. Back set near side. Poked over and short by Hardy. Handed up. Set. Chintala went for Health. Ball dug up right into the radar zone of Reuter. She'll two-hand dump it down. And a Reuter with 5 in the match. Fourth Plainsman there. Cabiuse at 4. So everybody's gotten in on the party in this second match of the Friday. Nuzzo hammers it down the middle on Mo'u. It'll be an ace as there was some miscommunication. So Francesca Nuzzo with the team's 5th ace of the match. Mo'u will take a seat, replaced by Anglau. 14-6 Plainsmen. 5-0 run on the serve of Nuzzo. Nuzzo goes at Chloe Hobson back row, who will get the swing, and she goes for hands that aren't there. She's too big and out. 15-6. 6-0 run. Timeout taken by Central Wyoming. Van Wyck Insurance has insurance from over 60 lines. I hope you find the right one to fit your budget. Stop in and see Eric Van Wyck at Van Wyck Insurance today. 508 West Main Street in Sterling. Well, we've got a busy week for you next week of action right here on 94.5 The Ranch. Today actually starts the 2 today. We have high school football tomorrow at 1 o'clock, Wiggins and Platte Valley. Tuesday night, we will head to Lamar with Plainsman volleyball against the Lopes. Thursday night, a top 3 matchup in Class 2A volleyball between Wiggins and Sedgwick County. Then 94.5theranch.com or on TuneIn Radio Friday for NJC Otero women's and men's soccer. And then on the radio right here on 94.5 The Ranch on Saturday as the soccer teams welcome in Trinidad. 9 broadcasts for you over an 8-day span. And I can hear my wife rolling her eyes. Fortunately, she's at practice right now and didn't hear me say that. 15-6, Plainsman with the lead. Out of the second Central Wyoming timeout, Nuzzo. Continues with the serve, toppling it far line, set to the far pin, and a shanked shot. Ryan Vale mistimed her jump. Plainsman out to a 10-point lead, looking to close out this Friday, September 15th in emphatic fashion. Nuzzo down the middle. She's going to pick up the ace. So it's not controlled cleanly. (17-6). Mo'u will come back in for Anglau, who the Plainswomen have been targeting on service. Nuzzo goes right at Mo'u. Near pin swing off the block, run up by Nerea. Whitney Chintalo bumps up for Nuzzo, who crawls net court. Ball wung up on the front row by Hardy. Far pin swing, hopping tape at the net on the swing is Hobson. Freed back onto the Central Wyoming side, pushed wide, too wide and out by Ryan Vale. The Plainswomen out to an 18-6 run on a 9-0 spot with the service of Italian sophomore Francesca Nuzzo. Nuzzo powers it deep on Mo once again. Bumps that to the far side, swinging for hands, too big and out. Not there again was Hobson, who's been on for Green. She will now be replaced by Green. 19-6 on a 10-0 run are the Plainswomen. Nuzzo working that right third of the line, goes right after Green, set down the middle. Shot swatted through by Vale. Plainswomen block was in the net. Plainswomen had gone in the middle to Kennedy Halper. And now we're going to go to their 6-2 up 19-7. Emma Meyer will be the setter out of the back row, the sophomore from Utah, who had 512 assists last season. And we will see Emily Mask, the freshman from Eaton, who had 553 kills in high school at Eaton, the tradition-rich program in Colorado. 19-6 lead. Meyer will set Halper off the block, covered up by Wiersma. At the net, turned back. Halper denying the swing of the Rustlers. Oh no, she got in the net, pardon me. 19-8, serve fielded back row by Helf, set for Helf, big swing. Helf slipped as she went up. You don't appreciate how much pain Honey Helf is in until you have to watch her get up off the floor. And when you sit courtside and you can see the amount of floor burns and bruises on her body. Serve fielded back row by Wiersma, set for Mask. Her wrap will top over the top. Spun back and deep, handed up by Wiersma, back row. Set for Wiersma out of the backside. She'll hammer it deep. Ball tug up back row, bump free back over. Controlled up on the front row by Halper. Set to the far side, Mask, she'll put it short. Handed up by Hardman on the front side. Piping it off the block at the net and getting the kill is Courtney Green. Green's 7th of the match. And seeing, for all intents and purposes, the second unit that's on the floor right now for the Plainswomen, with the service error too wide and out from Davies. Outside of Ani Helf and Whitney Chintala, now Katie Havacost, who comes in on the front row, and Helf will be served for by Avery Burdett. These are the players that get the unenviable task of playing against the starting 7 during practice every day. And, well, you can see iron sharpens iron right now, the way they're playing, up 20-10 in this third set. Burdette hammers it down the middle. Set to the far side, off the block. Burdette can't get a hand off the block on the Green swing. Green with 9 for Central Wyoming. Gives herself the serve. Mo's back to the front row. This has been where Central Wyoming's been very good. And Green promptly lines the serve into the net. So with your best rotation out there, with Green on service, I think that's where they've won their most points this afternoon, has Central Wyoming. Decided out on a service error. Grace Yoder will check in to serve. Yoder serving in the stead of Kennedy Halper. Yoder knocks it down the near side, up by Green, set down the middle and down and in for a kill goes Ryan Vale, pardon me. Plainsmen lead by a palindrome, 21-12. Serve near side, fielded by Havacost. Yoder with the bump set. Off the block at the net, and the turn back goes to the credit of Depew and Hardman. 21-13. Serve down the middle, popped up by Burdette. Set for Oos. Just too wide and out goes Gabby Oos on the swing in search of her 5th kill of the match. Serve will arc down the middle, up by Burdette. Meyer with the bump set. Havacost turn, wipes down the line, didn't catch the block. The line judge says it did catch. R2 will say yes, it was called a touch by the line judge, not your normal patched line judges. Players on this one, but the Plainsmen will take that point. Plainsmen will bring Nerea Alvarez Jorge in to serve on the back line. Faleo on the front row is the right side. Nerea gets the ace, her 3rd of the match. Plainsmen an inch closer to capping off another sweep. Team won 32 consecutive sets earlier this season. Howard far side. Back row swing for Green, controlled up by Yoder. Bumps at Nerea, near side Katie off the block. Havacost will get the kill as it ricochets off a couple arms. A dozen kills for Havacost. 10 match points for the Plainsmen at 24-14. Nerea, tumbler down the middle, fielded by Davies back row, set to the far side, roll by Mo'u, too big and out, and that is that. Plainsmen take this one in a sweep. The 3rd set goes their way, 25-14, and Northeastern is 19-2. Post-match show next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. To Cougar Palace we come. Northeastern Plainsmen take out Central Wyoming in a sweep, 25-17, 25-21, 25-14. Our post-match show, which is brought to you by Advanced Agri Solutions, full plan of seed, food, and water for your field. Get all the help you need for your growing season with Dusty and Roxy McCormick, 970-571-2024. We're joined here on our post-game show by Ani Helf, the Plainsman sophomore from Germany. 9 kills in the first set. What was going right for you? That's unreal. I've never seen you do that.
That is true. I just kept going.
You guys have such a next man up, next point, just focus on the now mentality. Do you have an opportunity to sit back and kind of look after the match and appreciate how well your team has played, especially here today when things were a little bit tougher at times for you? Do you kind of appreciate how good this team is at times?
Yes, I really appreciate that, and it doesn't matter who you put on the court, everybody's balling out. It's fun to watch. You
passed 600 career kills today in a Plainswoman uniform. Obviously a nice milestone to have. You've gotten better every single time you've taken to the floor. In what ways do you think you've become a better player here in Sterling?
I think I've gotten a faster swing over the summer, over the practice and preseason. I'm hitting the balls harder, and that's really helping me to score against a big block because I don't think they're already pressed when I'm hitting.
One of the reasons the block has trouble against you guys is you guys play such a fast brand of volleyball, way faster than last year. Yeah. How tough has that adjustment been for you to play at times where you're barely having a chance to get your feet on the floor and have to go back up again?
It's obviously tougher. It takes a lot to always be ready to hit at the balls, but George is doing a great job of giving us the sets. So.
One thing that I think people don't appreciate so much about you is how good you are defensively. You sell your body out every time, and I didn't really have an appreciation about how much until I saw the amount of bruises and floor burns that are on your body.
Yeah.
How do you not get hurt while doing that?
It's honestly just doing it a lot of the times, and then at some point you learn how to do it. And I did gymnastics when I was younger. I think that helped me a lot with like rolling on the floor, but it's just keep doing it. And
absolutely. Well, congratulations on a great day. You had one heck of a 6-set day, right?
Yes.
No doubt.
Thank you.
That's Ani Helf. We'll take the headset off her as we just kind of sprung it on her and on the post-match show. But she is our DDC Plainswoman of the contest. Brought to you by Gordon Insurance. Be prepared for everything life throws at you. Car insurance, farm insurance, life insurance, crop insurance. Gordon Insurance, 970-526-6139. We're joined by head coach Kinsey Chrisman. Ani Helf, a dozen kills in there, 13 kills, I think, in this match, and earlier today she had 10. Talk about that 9-kill set in the first one today. I was just unreal.
It's just, I mean, it's Ani. Like, it's hard to say that I'm surprised, but honestly, I'm not, because that's what Ani expects of herself. She's one of those kids that she expects to get a kill every time she touches the ball, and she gets super upset if she doesn't. So, I mean, that's something that we've battled with her, but, like, for her to actually go out and do it, did she even have an error in that first set?
She did. She had an early hitting error, and then yeah.
But, I mean, to go 9 kills, 1 error in 1 set, I mean, heck, the kid is usually averaging 3 kills per set, and to bump up to 9, like, that's huge.
You know, the one thing, and I talked with her about it, that you don't appreciate for her, she passed 600 career kills today.
That's awesome.
But she's at or past 700 career digs. To have an all-6 outside like that on this team is just invaluable.
Yeah, I think that goes to her playing beach back in Germany, is that she just understands angles and shoulders of where the hitters are at, and she knows where the ball's going probably before the hitter does. But the nice part about that is that I honestly think that it's wearing off on some of our freshmen. I mean, Becca was picking up balls that I've never seen her pick up before. I'm like, you came out of nowhere, kid. And so I think that just is a testament to our team that when one person rises up, the next person's right behind them.
When I talked with you at the beginning of the season, you and I talked off air, and I said 15-6, I'll be happy through non-conference play. 19-2. I don't know what emotion I'm supposed to be feeling right now. This is a crazy start to the year.
You know, it's insane, but our team is very much so taking it one game at a time, and honestly, I couldn't have told you our record going into today. And it's
That's
one of
my
those,
job.
right? Yeah. And it's one of those things that it's preseason, and yes, playing all of like these very hard games up front is great, but in the long run, it truly doesn't mean much. Now we have to go into conference, and we've got to get those wins in order to get a good seed into the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I ran down some of the records that are in the Region 9 South, and while they may not look impressive on paper, they played in some really tough matches, kind of like Central Wyoming. That's not a 2-10 team that's on the floor, so you really can't take anybody lightly going forward.
No, and we have a huge target on our back. I mean, we're definitely the team that people are gunning for, and I love that. I love when people bring their A game towards us because it just makes us that much better, and it's going to be an interesting region, that's for sure. I think this is going to be the toughest region since I've been here.
No doubt about that. Well, we'll be with you on Tuesday.
Perfect. Thanks,
There'll be a little something fun going on that. Plainswomen 19-2, sweep win over Central Wyoming, sweep win over Western Wyoming. I'm Ben Blackie. You've been tuned in to Northeastern Plainswomen Volleyball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network.